What's up, guys? It's TechnoViking23 coming to you today with some commentary regarding Destiny. And on this episode of What Stupid Thing Has Bungie Done This Time, we're going to go over some supposedly new content that Bungie claims they're bringing into the game. And this just makes me laugh. If you guys are seeing the screen right now, watching the pictures go by, these are some of the new exotics and new content that Bungie's going to be putting into Destiny very soon. If you guys read the weekly update last Thursday, you probably saw a lot of that. How they were going to use their Instagram to start talking about some of these different items they're going to be slowly bringing into Destiny. Now, there are some new exotics among those, but you guys probably noticed most of those are just Year 1 exotics that are being brought into the game with Year 2 versions. Now, Bungie said they're going to change up some of the perks. They may have some different perks going on with a lot of these, but we all know they're still just Year 1 weapons. And also, if you guys were playing Nerwin's Conspiracy, the Iron Banner this week, you will probably already have noticed that the gear is all reskinned from Year 1 gear. The chest piece, if you're a Warlock, it looks just like the Heart of Praxic Fire. They basically just reskinned it for Iron Banner. Same thing with the gloves. The hand cannon, of course, is just a redo of Timur's Lash. They didn't even bother to change the gun. They just used the exact same model from before. And then the new heavy machine gun is actually the old Yolder's Hammer. They just actually changed the color to be a little bit darker. So at least they did that, right? But this is kind of ridiculous. It's just kind of funny. It's kind of ridiculous. But this is exactly what you can expect from Bungie now with Destiny, and expect from them in the near future. And it's just amazing how the Destiny community continues to stand behind this game and continues to defend Bungie. And all of the big YouTubers are all about, oh god, Bungie's bringing Year 1 exotics up to Year 2 level. They're so amazing. We should talk about how great Bungie is for putting this content back in the game. And it's just laughable at this point to see what's going on with this game. Of course, they started the Eververse Trading Company a while back and brought microtransactions into Destiny. Of course, Bungie mentioned in their update when they did that the money we're going to make from these microtransactions is going to help the development team roll out some content and things at times during the year. And of course, Activision quickly stepped in a little short time later and said, oh, we can definitely have microtransactions and paid DLC within our game. So we all know Bungie was pretty much full of crap when they said that when they first released the Eververse Trading Company. And we also know they're making money hand over fist with the Eververse Trading Company, because right now it is the #1 selling item on PlayStation's network store, is the silver packs that you can buy for Destiny to get more silver to buy stuff from, buy dance moves and emotes and all kinds of stuff. So it's a pretty sad state of gaming, #1, when microtransaction money packs are the top selling item on a console store. It's even sadder that, for Destiny, that's the #1 selling item, is the different packs of silver you can buy for the game. So Bungie's making money hand over fist with this silver, with these microtransactions. Do you think they would use that to put some new updates in the game? Do you think they would use that to maybe make some new weapons and make some new content? And of course, the new exotics that are going to be slowly rolled out are actually exotics that are already in Taken King. They're already there, but what Bungie's been doing, kind of like they've done with Black Spindle and some of the other exotics like First Curse and things like that, is they're time gating these exotics to try to make people continue to play the game longer. Instead of just having the exotics all there, there's certain exotics that you're going to have to continue to grind out, continue to play the game in order to get them, and that's what they're going to do with a lot of these other, there's a couple of Year 2 exotics they're going to be putting out that are new. But let's get back to the thing where it's just, we're just putting in Year 1 exotics as now Year 2 items. It's absolutely ridiculous. First they take away this content, and a lot of us were very vocal about this and saying what a bad idea it was, what a horrible idea it was for Bungie to take away Year 1 weapons, Year 1 content, and not have it all in the game. Because this game, if it actually had everything that's currently, if you take everything that's in Destiny, like let's say you take Vault of Glass, you take Crota Raid, you take all the Year 1 content, and you buffed it up to Year 2 levels and had all that stuff there to do. If people had the choice of running 3 different raids to get raid gear, if people had the choice of playing Prison of Elders still at the higher level 40, you would actually have probably a somewhat quality experience with Destiny. You'd have a lot of stuff to do. And one of the points I made in another video, I said, imagine if you drop down into a patrol zone and you had the Taken spawn in, and then let's say you had the wolves spawn in, and then you had the Blades of Crota come after, and you had all these factions fighting at one time. How awesome it would be. Some of the more enjoyable experiences during patrol I've had is actually on the Cosmodrome when the Taken event spawns, and it comes in right as the Devil Walker tank is out, because actually what will happen is, like, you'll get that giant, huge Taken boss walking around, and the Devil Walker tank is engaging him, and you're engaging the tank and trying to avoid its laser blast, but also trying to avoid all the spam from the Taken that are shooting at you, and you're trying to kill them both at the same time, and they're trying to kill each other and kill you, and it's just chaos, and it's actually a lot of fun. But if that was happening more often, if we had these, still if they left the patrol events from Dark Below and House of Wolves in and brought all that content up to the level that we have now, it would be really amazing, I think, actually, instead of being the really crap fest of a game that it is right now. But this, again, just shows how lazy Bungie is. This shows how much Bungie actually doesn't respect their community, which unfortunately continues to support them. I mean, I've never seen a bigger brainwashed community when it comes to gaming, except for maybe Call of Duty. But people just continue to support this game. The YouTubers just continue to blindly trumpet Bungie's good name about how amazing they are and how they're doing such a great job giving us all this new content, even if every little bit of it is recycled. And a point I made almost a year ago, I did a video, and I made a comment about how I've never seen a developer with a game be able to get so much mileage out of the original content they launched with on launch day. And that's kind of what Bungie is doing, because, a lot of those year one exotics, they were available on day one with Vanilla Destiny. A lot of the ones that they're now bringing back in the game as year two versions were available in Vanilla Destiny. And those have always been probably the better exotics. The Dark Below and House of Wolves brought a couple decent exotics, but really nothing all that great. So they took all those guns away, took all that gear away from us when Taken King came out. They said, oh, your year one stuff's not going to come up. It's not ascending to year two. And now, of course, they put it back in the game. And this is something else Bungie has done throughout Destiny. It's like they tell you, oh, that stuff's not good anymore. It's going to be, everybody threw out their vanilla stuff. And then in House of Wolves, they brought back the option to ascend your weapons. So if you had any of your vanilla stuff that was really good, you could ascend it up to House of Wolves level and be able to do pretty well in PvE and PvP. So this is just another trademark of Bungie. They never tell the truth. They're very confusing in their communication to the community. You never get a straight answer from them. You never really know what's going on. But I can tell you one thing, guys. If the supposedly, their whole thing with bringing new content into the game and putting updates in the game is to just rehash and reskin year one stuff and reload year one exotics as year two versions, what do you think you're going to get for those microtransactions you guys are all paying for? You're not going to get new content. If you think you're going to get new content, it's just funny at this point. Activision is going to continue to do paid expansions, as they've already said. Their CEO is pretty clear in that they can do both. He said, we can definitely do paid expansions and microtransactions. So at this point, this game is just a money trap. They're milking their brainwashed community for every little bit that they can get. And it's just amazing to me that people continue to stand by this and continue to support this game. But of course, you've got a lot of, I think the population, as I've said many times in Destiny, is probably fairly young, a younger gaming population. And a lot of them are just, I think it's one of the reasons so much popularity has sprung up with this game around, like, the Twitch streamers and the YouTubers, and why they have so much blind support. And if you dare say one little negative thing on their video or criticize one little thing about the game, they just flock to your channel and just tell you what an ass clown you are and how you don't know anything about gaming. And it's just pretty hilarious how bad this Destiny community really is. And, I don't know. It's just this latest update again, here we are with Bungie. We're just putting year one content back in the game that we took away from you. You guys should thank us and tell us how great we are. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And if anybody's, at this point, if you still defend Bungie and Activision with Destiny, it's pretty clear you're just a fanboy or a desticle, as I like to call them. If you like the game and enjoy it, that's great. But most, I've pretty much run across two different types of people when it comes to Destiny. There's people who bought the game and still play it, who have sunk a lot of time into the game, but they're also willing to actually admit that there's a lot of bad things going on with Destiny. And actually, with the release of Fallout 4 and Battlefront and a lot of other games lately, Destiny's player population has definitely taken a little bit of a hit. So you have some people who are willing to admit even though they do enjoy the game. And I'll admit something. I noticed the other night I got home from work, and if you guys have been watching my update videos, you know that I'm really just been working a ton. I don't really have a whole lot of time to play games anymore. So I got home the other night. I had about an hour, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to jump on and play PvP for a little bit. And I got on Destiny for like 45 minutes, and it was like it was the perfect mindless game to play. Because I didn't want to have to put anything, and I guess that's just the mentality so many of our gamers have these days, is they don't even want to put any thought into it. They just want this mindless game. So I now sort of understand the appeal, but if you're someone who enjoys a lot of meaningful content in a game, this is not the game for you, obviously. And I think it's why a lot of people left to go play Fallout 4. And it's just interesting. So Bungie's way of bringing players back to the game after Fallout came out was to announce that they're going to put Year 1 exotics back in the game, and that they basically are allowing also 300 plus items to drop in Iron Banner now, so that if you play Iron Banner, you can pretty much get gear that's equivalent of the raid. 320 items are dropping, so they're doing all these little desperate measures to try to bring some players back, because before they would have never put gear in there that would have matched the raid in terms of Iron, not this early anyways, in Iron Banner. They've done it in the past where they allowed you to finally get 32 and 34 level items in Iron Banner, but it was always a long time after the raid had come out, not this soon after. So, but anyways, guys, I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on this and how lazy Bungie has become in terms of their content, just recycling again, rehashing, and we've seen this in most of the DLCs where they just put an old area in the game and make you run through it backwards or something. They just continue to get so much mileage out of the original content they put in this game, and it's absolutely amazing to me how they continue to get away with this and how the community just refuses to take them to task for this game. And that's one other reason I don't have any hope at all for Destiny further down the road. I don't have any hope for Destiny 2. I see a lot of people saying, oh, Bungie's going to fix everything and Destiny 2 is going to be amazing. It's going to be the best first-person shooter. And yeah, as long as Activision's there and as long as we have this current model of Bungie that we're seeing, I don't see why anybody with half a brain cell would ever feel that way. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think down below. You guys know pretty well what I think about this. I think Bungie's just become incredibly lazy, and I think that all that money they said they'd get from the microtransactions where they said they would try to improve the game, I think is an absolute lie, and they're obviously just going to pocket that money and laugh all the way to the bank. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, please comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you again next time.